Rabbi
Hello.
Meet Rabbi.
Hi.
What's up, Uri? How are you?
Good. Cool. Asher, where'd you go to school?
I was in Aish.
You were at Aish?
Aish in the old city.
So you got, and you have
also Or Sameach.
Smicha in like Basar V'chalav or something?
So Basar V'chalav, I don't think they give Smicha on that, but they give Smicha on Isser.
Of course they give. That's
which includes Basar V'chalav.
Sorry, everybody. This is a little bit internal baseball here. I'm just kind of trying to figure out where me and Asher align.
Sure.
No. Hold on, Asher. Don't worry about that. I'm asking.
But just so
No. I understand. You can get smicha in Aser v'heter. You can get smicha in things. What test did you take?
Isser v'heter, not whatever you said. I mean, that's the distinction. There is no test when you get private smicha. Okay.
Who authorized your smicha?
How close are you guys to figuring out if you're proper rabbis?
It's fine. It's fine. The answer, I've gotten the answer. Asher is a Jew. He has studied a lot in Orthodox circles. It's fine. I don't know if he's properly a rabbi or not, but that doesn't really matter. That's fine. I have my framing now. It's fine. It's cool.
I have to answer your question because you're making it sound like it's questionable. The vast majority of smichas given out, there's no test given.
False.
It's given on a personal level.
False.
No, I'm telling you, the vast majority of smichas, especially, let's say, party smichas,
false.
I mean, you're probably talking about...
Did you sit...
General
I understand.
Smicha,
No.
Okay.
Asher, listen carefully.
Listen carefully. I haven't even asked you your credentials. I told you two schools.
I'm a conservative rabbi.
Okay. I even corrected you in your Hebrew of Isser v'heter. You haven't told me one thing. Did you learn in JTS?
No, I did not.
Most conservative rabbis would not recognize your ordination because they would only recognize an ordination that's tied to some way to the rabbinical
That's fine. I'm not asking about...
I'm very familiar with conservative synagogue. I worked in a conservative synagogue.
Great. Asher.
In Boca Raton.
Wait a second.
Okay.
Asking whether you have authentic smicha or not.
I'm asking
nobody
you... has authentic smicha.
Great.
Smicha, like for those people who don't understand, is ordination. Okay. Traditional smicha doesn't exist nowadays. I mean, I'm sure the rabbi understands this. Real smicha disappeared with the end of the Beis Din HaGadol. That means Yehuda Hanasi, Rabbi Akiva, Rabbi Yochanan ben Zakkai, they had authentic smicha going all the way back to Moses. In 1536, of the Common Era, in Tzvat, there was a rabbi called the Mari Beirav who created this formalized smicha under the auspices of the Rambam's understanding. So the Rambam writes that there's a way to recreate smicha, but he says, it seems to me, and this is a smicha we have nowadays, this is just passing it on from teacher to student. It's not a formal smicha created by Hebrew Union College and then later adopted by YU, that it's a formal smicha process. Today, Sephardi Jews do it in the traditional manner. They write you out smicha. Also, Hasidic Jews do it in the traditional manner. Sometimes they give smicha out as a wedding present. Now, I did learn...
How did you get yours? Okay, so how did you get yours? That's what I'm asking. How did you get yours?
I have smichas of rabbis I learned with. There was no test being given.
Of course
Once they know you on a personal level. See, the Israeli Rabbanut doesn't include people who consider themselves conservative to be a rabbi. So for sure...
False.
The Israeli Rabbanut?
False.
Or the Sochnut?
No. Rabbi, I'm not... Asher, that's fine. I lived there for 7 years. So, Rabbi, you're not answering my question. You're evading the question, okay? And I think we can end with this kind of thing because
I mean, you're challenging me and I'm answering every one of your questions. I haven't even
You're not answering questions. Let me ask you this. Could you get hired?
Hold on.
No.
Can I respond to that? Hold on.
No, please. No,
You're not allowing me to respond.
You're right. I'm not allowing you. Allowing you because hang on a second.
Guys, I think you said this is a good part to put a pin in it.
Yes, it's a fine place to put a pin in it. I have all the information I need. It's totally fine.
Well, I mean, I'm oddly curious. Like, I think it's probably good sense to end it. But is this because I said, "Hey, Rabbi, meet Rabbi"? Is this?
Well, so I would say the following. According to what Asher has said to me, right, he's clearly knowledgeable. He clearly has been authorized by his teachers, right? But I'm not sure that I personally or the world at large would consider him a rabbi. I understand why he does, but I don't think that would be the case broadly.
So is this the kind of, like, there's no taking each other at their word? Like, if you just meet someone at, like, I don't know, a market or something, you're like, oh, I'm Rabbi Uri, and I'm Rabbi
Right,
whatever.
so what I would...
Do you just start, like, with the witness
No,
test?
so what I would want to know is, like, who are Asher's teachers, right? That would be the proper kind of thing.
Wait, hold on.
Where did you study? Who did you learn?
I can ask you
Those are the kinds of things.
Wait, hold
you
on
can
one
ask
second,
me a question.
But you asked me many questions, and I think I've given an eloquent response to every one of those questions. So
Zero
whether you want to accept them
responses
balanced
were
or not?
good.
Okay, all right. You never told me where you learned. I mean,
I
you
learned
in the hub of the place.
I learned at the
Hold on a
Ziegler
second.
School of Rabbinic Studies. I learned at the Conservative Yeshiva in Jerusalem. I learned at the Hartman Institute in Jerusalem. I have two
Uri, you
It's
just
not
cut out, Uri.
Am I back
Yeah,
now?
no, he has a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, you're back.
No, I don't have a chip. I don't have
you
a chip.
definitely have a chip.
No.
No,
I don't
because
have a
you
chip
came out
on
to
my shoulder.
disqualify me.
I know
think you
I'm
know
not
that I know Judaism a
disqualifying.
little better than you do.
Asher, hold on a second.
Uh-huh.
I'm not disqualifying you. I'm just asking for your credential. That's all.
All right, so online, if you look in terms of shiurim, I have thousands of them. Most people in the Orthodox world know who I am.
So who are you? You can
what's your last
back channel me. Who are you? You just back channel
Okay.
me. It's fine. It's fine. I haven't.
Okay.
Listen,
All
you
right,
don't
so
know.
you're
You
challenging
don't.
me. So my name is Rabbi Asher Meza. You can look me
Meza.
up online.
How do you
Right,
spell that?
M-E-Z-A.
Okay.
M-E-Z-A.
All right, great.
I mean,
Thank you.
you
Great.
know, I don't really care who calls themselves rabbi. I care what they know. I think I've answered every question, but I haven't really asked you any questions. But I think if you've heard me so far, you may think I know at least a little more than you do. I mean, by the simple fact that you think that the Rabbanut acknowledges the conservative movement, the Masorti movement in Israel, I mean, shows that you're a little disconnected between the Sochnut and the Rabbanut.
I can do.
The Sochnut.
No, I understand.
Well,
I
I'm a
understand the
rabbi,
differences.
too.
I very
I'm a
well
rabbi,
believe me, Asher. Believe me, I understand the differences because I'm fighting to get that changed, right?
I'm a rabbi,
All right,
too.
so why are you so
I
aggressive
fully
against me?
understand because I'm anti-fundamentalism of all kinds.
So you have a chip on your shoulder. I'm
No,
not anti you, by the way.
I'm not anti you
Okay?
either. I'm anti-fundamentalism.
I'm a rational fundamentalist.
That's great. I'm anti the fundamentalist part.
So you're fine, just not in anything you believe.
I'll tell you, I agree a lot with the conservative movement. I worked for the Rabbinical Assembly. I used to work at B'nai Torah in Boca Raton with Rabbi Steinhardt around my
I know them. I know Rabbi Steinhardt.
Okay, yeah, well, Rabbi Steinhardt was a student of David Hartman, which is what the Hartman Institute is named
Yeah,
after.
me too.
I mean, I'm
He
a big fan
pinched
of...
my cheek once. It was wonderful.
We agree on a lot because we agree on the Rambam. Rabbi Hartman is one of the greatest scholars on the Rambam. I always said that conservative Judaism, as it exists today, really doesn't contradict halakha in any way, apart from in the mid-1950s, they gave a pasak halakha that they allowed people to drive on Shabbat. I lived in a yeshuv for many years in Israel, and people drove in this Orthodox yeshuv on Shabbat with what's called the Shinui, right? So there's this organization in Israel called Somet that they modify cars. I understand if there's an argument to be made there. In terms of like giving women aliyahs, I don't think it's against halacha. The idea of not having a mechitza, I don't think it's against halacha. I don't endorse these practices, but it's not against halacha, right? That's the difference.
So hold on a second. So wait a second. Why didn't you just say you received rabbinic ordination, yeshiva Nachle Emuna, under Rabbi Yitzchak Kolowowski, that it says on your website? I think he's a...
Yo, is this Rabbi Mortal Kombat now?
I'm not attacking him in any way.
This must be what it's like for you guys to listen to like Christians talk about like Protestantism versus Catholicism.
Right. This is like the...
I think I've been very docile in this conversation. I mean, I appreciate
No, Asher,
people.
it's fine. I have a total good sense of who you are now. I'm good. No problem.
Right.
No problem.
Okay. Don't be so
Okay,
aggressive. I mean,
I'm
we're all
not.
in the same gang here.
That's fine. You don't know. Listen, Asher, you don't know who's who. You don't always know who's who on the internet, right? You don't always know who's who on the internet, right? And so and there's a lot of people. There are some people who like to pretend and LARP as rabbis. I appreciate you giving me your name so I can Google you. I'm cool. I'm cool.
Hey,
Uri, can I make a suggestion just like from a communication standpoint? The next time, I would suggest that you first state your credentials, then inquire and quiz the other individual, right?
Actually, I didn't want to do this on stage, so I back-channeled you, which is why, because I didn't want to do this publicly.
I'm someone else. You're not even listening.
I tried
somebody else speaking.
I am.
I'm not. Hold on, brother.
Oh, I'm sorry. Who's speaking now?
Hold on.
I'm sorry.
I'm just giving a little tiny piece of advice, or take it or leave it. It might be better suited to first step on stage, give all your credentials to the other rabbi first, and then inquire about them. It just comes off a bit more.
I'll take that into. I'll consider that.